So, I'm gonna be honest here. I really like Nagatoro's design. I fucking hate Nagatoro. I like my usual bunch of slice of life anime. When I'm feeling like life is pain. Which is quite often. I watched Ijiranaide and Nagatoro-san, or Please Don't Bully Me Nagatoro, together with a friend of mine, because we just said screw it. We wanted to know the fuss behind this deep, interesting, dark-skinned, tan-lined character. I'm not really a connoisseur of romance anime. I usually just don't like picking them up. After watching my fair share of K-On!, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and Gabriel Dropout, I can definitely conclude that comedy and slice of life shows are right up my alley. And after seeing plenty of art... Damn, that's a lot of art. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of art. Of Nagatoro, I decided I just wanna give the show a try. And reality slap, this is my personal opinion. This is my review. Please don't cancel me over fiction. That'd be pretty epic, thanks. I also have to say that I haven't read the manga, so the anime is all you're getting. Let's move right on. Nagatoro-san was originally a web manga series written and illustrated by Nanashi. It began serialization in Kodansha's web manga magazine Magazine Pocket on November 1st, 2017. So it's been around for a little while, but only recently saw the light of Anime Day. The anime is produced by Telecom Animation Film, which is a subsidiary production studio under TMS Entertainment. Telecom Animation Film you might recognize from shows like Tower of God, or some parts of Lupin III. TMS is better known for Dr. Stone, Detective Conan, or a true childhood gem classic like Bakugan. Funny enough, TMS also produced Karakai Jozu no Takagi-san. So if you think about it, they should be familiar with the whole romance bullying type formula. And that anime was also really well received by its audience. Nagatoro-san's manga also performed really well, selling over 1 million copies in Japan in November 2019. It even gained 8th place on Reddit's most popular manga series, making it the #1 most read ecchi manga. Safe to say, fans of Nagatoro were pretty hyped when this anime was announced. I don't mean to harm any slice of life and comedy connoisseurs out there, but there's not much plot. I will be going over a couple developments in the story, but nothing that'll ruin your precious lolly viewing experience too much. The story gains its main popularity and meaning from its two main characters, Naoto Hachioji and Hayase Nagatoro. Naoto is your generic shut-in introverted nerd who doesn't like social activities and doesn't have many friends. And if you don't feel personally attacked by that description, I've got some news for you. The anime starts off with Naoto and Nagatoro meeting in their school library, where Nagatoro's bullying antics instantly start off after reading Naoto's manga. Or should I say, senpai's manga. Nagatoro is the co-protagonist's antagonist, who just loves to flex how much better she is at everything she does. Oh, and she's also a tanned lolly tsundere. The first episode in particular kind of makes the viewer feel bad for Naoto, considering Nagatoro's bullying level is at its highest level of bullying, making her senpai cry and mocking him for it. Nagatoro starts following senpai around school, so much even that she stays with him during club activities. Whilst senpai doesn't necessarily agree with this, he still accepts his fate and moves on with the rest of his days. because just like all of us, he doesn't know how to speak to women. This is where the harsh bullying of Nagatoro really is taking small steps downwards. She's no longer this mean fucking dick. She's no longer bullying out of hate or annoyance, but more so out of teasing and just feelings. Sometimes even residing in flirting actions. Like, you know, the accidental body touches, or the weird way anime girl physics work, where they always end on top of the main character. We also meet the three friends of Nagatoro. Fellow bully Maki, follower Yoshi, and gamer Gyaru Sakura, because obviously Nagatoro needs some of that sweet competition. Mainly Maki usually ends up being the main bully, and she has Yoshi around her acting like that one guy from that survival guide. They do add a lot to Nagatoro's character development, however, considering she experiences a lot of jealousy when Maki and Yoshi are around. The teasing develops throughout the story into something more meaningful. And ironically, what made Senpai cry in the first episode makes him grow stronger as a person. And if you love your subtle hints of growing character bonds and relationships, you are bound to enjoy the anime purely for these two nerds. Ten out of 10 on the visuals. No questions asked. There's not that much going on in the visual aspect in this anime. I do have to say that it's very colorful and vibrant at times. It looks polished, smooth, and just what you'd expect from a regular anime like this. The real charm of Nagatoro-san's art style is captured in the goofy comedic moments, where arms turn into worms, for example. On top of this, the anime does a great job at capturing the facial expressions. I personally loved anticipating and seeing the reaction on Nagatoro's face when she was watching her senpai from a distance. In terms of sound, the voice actors did an exceptional job at capturing the emotions from the characters. As someone who likes his seiyus, it was pretty remarkable hearing Deku getting picked on by Shaltir from Overlord, Fubuki from Kanko, or Pipimi from Pop Tepepiku. The opening and ending were also really fitting for a show like this. The general upbeat type opening and wholesome cute ending piece the puzzle together. I personally like to think the opening represents Nagatoro on the outside, whereas the ending represents her on the inside. Especially because the ending is sang together by all the voice actresses about senpai. And obviously, when you hear that ending on the last episode, it hits a little different. I am definitely not a reviewing expert. In fact, this is my first one I've ever made, but I can say with confidence that I really enjoyed Nagatoro-san. As an all-around lover of tan girl in swimsuit, lover of slice of life and comedy shows, this one really made me adore the characters and development. I like to reiterate that I'm not one to start up romance shows, but I have to admit it was pretty cute seeing them develop their relationship together and overcoming their hurdles. God, I wish that were me. You could tell Nagatoro really felt a lot for her senpai, especially in the moments where senpai would experience these negative thoughts and a lot of self-deprecation. I could really place myself in his shoes, even though I'll never have a cute lolly schoolgirl calling me out for my shit. The comedy was also spot on for me. I don't think there was a single joke left unlaughed at. Whether it was a generic anime-esque accident, or just a straight up minute of Nagatiti grabbing. When Nagatoro ended up showing support for her senpai's work, in her generic tsundere-like fashion, that really put the cherry on top for me personally in terms of characters and development. After adding up all the points of interest, I ended up giving this anime a 7.9 on AniList. Obviously, there's no huge plot twists, epic gamer moments, or Oklahoma smashes, but it still is a really good show. And I recommend any of you cultured peeps out there to give the show a watch. And if you're more into reading, you could also try out the manga. And with that, I really hope you enjoyed my first ever video review. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Have I been spouting straight ass for whatever many minutes, or do you have an anime you would like to have me review? Let me know all this below. And while you're down there, maybe drop a rating, yes? It would really help, you know, me seeing if you really like this content or not. I really enjoyed making this. Thank you all so much for watching, and with that, have a good one.